have taught us, it's no man is left behind. How about them Cowboys?
Woo! You guys feel that? Can you feel that? Can you feel that? We are now 24 hours away from the NFL draft. And thank motherfucking God, because I feel like we've talked about it for so long now. Like, I'm ready for it. I am so ready for this draft. And to get a little bit more ready, we brought in 2 draft experts. Yeah, I said experts. We got EJ Savage and our guy TGR, Tony Goat Romo. What's going on, guys?
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Let me get a
Expert is a loose term.
Hey, man,
you guys
we're
know
all
that.
experts. We're all experts.
Crack him if you got him.
If
Hey,
you've
it's
done,
relative.
If
It's relative.
If you've done one mock draft, you are considered an expert. Crack him if you got him over there.
Fair enough.
The bigger question is who's going to play who tonight?
Oh, that will be a good question. That is a good question. We will have to get into that. I got to ask you guys something. Did you guys see the Jane Slater post saying that, and it made me laugh. I saw it on Reddit. It was the post saying that she had inside information that Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys had done 30 to 40 mock drafts using a sophisticated computer programming system. And the top comment underneath was, Mike McCarthy's always flexing his PFF subscriction. Yeah. I don't know. I thought that was funny. I just had a thought.
Was
it's
hilarious.
Like they're just like us sitting in a room doing mock drafts. I thought that was great.
Mike's in his underwear. He's got the fan on. Just
Whataburger.
Yeah,
Whataburger and fucking Taco Bell. Because
Double
throws some TB into that Whataburger, right?
Oh yeah, he's the type to stop at 2 stops. You know.
Oh yeah, Hundo P.
So TGR and EJ Savage, how you guys doing? You doing pretty good?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Just here, getting ready for the draft and just seeing who we're gonna pick in day 1.
I know. Do you feel like that the range of players who are in the Cowboys scope or potential scope, right, has increased or decreased throughout this process?
Oh man, hard to say. Kyle, do you have any input on that?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think it's gone way up. I think a lot has changed since the last time I've been on the show. I felt like I had an idea of like a good feeling of where the Cowboys might be with the first round. But in the past, like I would say a week or 2 weeks, I feel like it's blown up.
Yep.
And I'm just like you guys. I am really excited for tomorrow night because I can't tell you what's going to happen. I have no idea if we're going to trade up, we're going to trade down, we're going to make a splash, we're going to be conservative. I mean, with the way that they've been going with the offseason, I know it's been a little bit quiet for the past month, but the way the Cowboys have been jiving this offseason, it's a different tone. That means they're willing to push all in. And that gets me more excited for tomorrow night because what in the actual heck are they going to do? Because 26, I feel like there's wiggle room there to move up, especially if there's a certain name on the board when it comes to the 20s. Ooh. That's what I'm thinking.
So that's what I was going to ask you. I want to kind of ask everybody this. As far as the 26 overall pick goes, I'd like to know at this spot right now, and I know there's a lot of things that could happen for this answer to change, but what's in the room right now, and including you guys, what position are we feeling most confident or comfortable with drafting tomorrow? I know there's been a lot of tight end talk. There's been running back talk. There's been guard talk. Like I would say those are probably the 3 biggest ones that I've heard of, but you also hear wide receiver. You get guys wanting linebacker. So what's the consensus between us 5 of the pick that they should take? Not even the player itself, but just the position for Cowboys fans to feel the most comfortable with.
Maybe offensive line. I think that's the one we could probably, if they go offensive line tonight, I think unanimously we might all be on the same page and be like, okay, yeah, that's a good one. I feel like you can never go wrong with offensive line, especially the track record that the Cowboys have had in the past decade. Yeah, offensive line would be the right move tomorrow night.
Yep. Yeah, for me, I just want a football player. BPA, whoever they have at the top of their board. I'm all right with it because I think that in the offseason they made those acquisitions that helped them to get to this point where they could pick BPA, and I'm hoping that's how it rolls.
Yeah, to me, position obviously isn't as important as getting a player that's going to start from day one. To me, if whatever position they take, as long as that guy's going to be a day one starter, I'm okay with it. I don't want us to end up taking a guy that has to sit out for a year or he isn't quite ready to play. I believe
Jalen Tolbert.
Yeah, right. Like anything even remotely like that. We need.
Well,
we need a player to play from day one.
What if Joey Porter goes ahead and drops down there? What do you think about that, Anth?
100% Joey Porter. I mean, we've talked about cornerback not being a position of need, really. But if he was at 26, I don't know how you don't take him. He's a baller and he would help from day one. Does he start? I don't know, but he's going to be. You just totally threw me for a loop with that because I don't think he's going to fall to that spot, but I would take him even if he wasn't planning on starting.
There's some talks.
Yeah, dude. There. I've noticed the trend.
Recording in progress.
And what was that? Was that the FBI?
Sorry, I had to. I forgot to start recording the Zoom before. So.
It's okay.
That's okay. Now, so we'll just go back and start.
Restart. Hey, guys, good job. You passed the first
rewind,
game. That was rehearsal. Let's start. Welcome to.
I waited specifically so that when Alex started talking, I hit it when he talked to interrupt him, just so everyone knew that.
And now you've gone and derailed.
Evil.
Yeah, I can't even remember where I was going. It was probably a good point, though.
It probably was a very good point, and it happens like that, you know.
But one thing, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say you got an article up right now by the Landry Hat, the number one spot to pick up the Cowboys Can Fan podcast, and they have an article saying the 3 realistic draft day trades the Cowboys should consider.
Now, this is by Randy Gurzy. He's going to be hopping on the cast, I believe, day one with us.
Nice.
To talk Dallas Cowboys, and it'll be pre-pick, so probably a lot of we'll try to make some bets, some screech bets with all our guests or something like that.
Even Emmitt Smith looks impressed that he's hopping on.
So yeah, let's look at the Cowboys trade possibility number 1. Trade to pick 17 for Bijan Robinson. That seems steep.
Yeah,
It does.
We were kind of talking as a cast, and I'd feel comfortable maybe moving up somewhere in the 20s, but 17 seems a little steep. And what do you guys think about trading up for Bijan?
What were they giving up to get up to 17?
I'm just trying to find that. 2 picks, number 26 and 58, in exchange for the Steelers' first and their 3rd round pick.
Yeah, so we lose our second round and we gain a 3rd.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, if you did the math, it's probably an even trade, but then just step back and ask yourself, would you do that, right?
My only issue with that is if you give up that 17 and your next pick is at 80, you're pretty much foregone at guard. You're not getting the guard that you want with 58 gone. Unless you plan on trading up back into the second to try to get a guard. At 80, it starts getting to slim pickings for.
There's a chance Zavala would still be there.
Zavala's possibly there, but for a day one surefire starter at left guard, I think that's gone if you get rid of your second round.
Yeah, I don't like getting rid of the second. It first of all, it makes day 2 really effing boring.
Ultra Cowboy says greetings from Kansas City, not moving up for an RB. Stop with the Bijan fetish.
Oh yeah, so Ultra Cowboys live in Kansas City, waiting to.
Oh shit, well we'll add him.
Oh yeah, we'll get him on. We'll get him on.
Hopefully when he's half cut.
So, before we go to the next trade, what's a trade that you guys would make? Like, what spot would you guys be comfortable with going at Bijan? Like, at what point would you pause the mock draft and make a trade?
I actually made some notes here on that in a recent blog, which you can check out at cowboyscanfan.com/blog.
Oh, I love the shameless plug.
Nice plug.
Yeah,
it's how we do, baby. It's how we do.
Let me just pull this up here. So
I'll vouch. I read some of those articles too that you guys post. I see them on social media. Well written, concise, precise. I vouch for it.
Hey, we appreciate
stuff.
And TGR, you're not just running that through Chat GPT and saying, summarize this for me, right? These are my personal top options here. We'll see. Are they realistic or not? I think they could trade. These are trade back options, actually. So I'm going to the reverse route.
Reverse cowgirl.
Yeah. Because I think the more realistic place is if there isn't someone available at 26 that's worth that pick, could you get some more depth in the second and third round? So I have Buffalo Bills at 27 they could trade back for. Probably wouldn't get much for that. It's just one spot, but maybe they pick up something and it makes sense. The Steelers at 32, that's their second pick, so maybe they're a little bit more willing to make a move there. I'm not sure. Indianapolis Colts at 35, Rams at 36, and I think that was the final one. Yeah.
But back to that, if we do, imagine we get to 26 tomorrow and we trade to 35.
I know it's a deep, but these were like, I was trying to think of like real teams that had picks that would make the trade worthwhile, and there's not a lot.
I just mean for our pure boredom. Like tomorrow, if we're sitting here and the Cowboys actually trade out of the first round.
In all seriousness, though, I'm really excited for day 2. I feel like, I know day 1's always really exciting, but I feel like there's a lot of players and the Cowboys can make a lot of moves if they want in day 2. I got a couple of people in mind that they could probably go for day 2. Drew Sanders. I know we're going to do the mock draft coming up here, but Drew Sanders is actually a name that I've been really hot on. Probably the past couple of weeks. I feel like he would be a dynamic player if added to the defense.
I don't think we've ever drafted Drew Sanders in any of our mocks.
He's at a weird spot between 26 and 58. Remember we were going to trade for him with EJ and he went at like 34, 35, I think it was. So he is definitely a guy. Well, he's the top linebacking prospect out there and will automatically help a team right away.
So to answer both of the questions, for the first option is going up to get Bijan. The only pick I'd trade up to would be 25, right ahead of us, in case of the Eagles trying to come up to the Giant spot to keep Bijan from us. If the Giants called us, say, hey, we got the Eagles, are you willing to do this trade? I would rather jump up to 25, keep him away from the Eagles, and also select him. But I'm not giving up premier draft capital. And then trade back scenarios, I'm all for it because a lot of people get hung up on 16, 17, 18, whatever their board is on the player rankings they have, but they're not looking at tiers. If you're looking at the tiers of players, are you good, Anth?
Yeah, I just was going to get AJ to turn my mic up a little bit, or my headphones up a little bit.
I thought you were saying you couldn't hear me.
No, I can hear you. Sorry, my bad.
Anyways, but the tiers, how they stack up, if you got them a bunch of different players in tiers together and you have, let's say, 8 players while you're about to pick, trade back and get that capital back, and you can still pick up one of those same tiered players, even though they might be a little bit of discrepancy between them. They're still all about the same type of player.
Well, I actually saw I'm referencing Reddit again because I was on Reddit this morning, and someone was talking about the possibility of trading possibly out of the first or deeper into the first, taking a tight end, possibly like Darnell Washington, and then trading up with that gained second pick into the second round and getting Avila. So, I mean, that's the only way. I know I've talked about hating tight end in the first round, but if we somehow could trade back into the first, like get a 30th or something, pick up a tight end, and then still get a guard, like a starting guard, I would be okay with that.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's a good scenario right there. When was the last time the Cowboys went first round with a tight end?
Witten, Jason Witten?
No, Witten was like fourth.
Witten was third round.
Really? Fuck then. Who knows?
We have a question for you guys before we hop into anything, before we start mocking it up. From TikTok, Brandon is asking, if Dalton Kincaid and Zay Flowers on the board, who do you take?
Kincaid.
Between those two?
Yeah, between those two.
Man, I think I'm probably picking Kincaid just solely on the discrepancy between our positions we have on our roster right now. We just have 3 guys that are currently better, in my opinion, than Zay Flowers, and nobody better than Kincaid, in my opinion.
Right. Ultra saying you'll have a lot of material when the Cowboys go tight end in the first round. So he's been saying we're going to go TE, and he's been saying Kincaid for a long time. And then he goes, hint, Cowboys traded back to 31 for a center. They will not move back into the second. They love the 5th year options like AJ loves blow up dolls.
Hey, I have that answer for you about the tight end.
Let's hear it.
It's me. No. 1997, David LaFleur.
Okay.
with the 22nd
wow.
pick.
Well,
Sorry, I wasn't monitoring chat. They answered that question.
Oh,
Hang on a second. We got Barry Grant Jr. coming in. Let me get a setup.
I'll
for
be the
3.
wild card though. I'll choose Zay Flowers.
Okay. I mean,
I'll
Zay
choose
I mean, as long as he can get out there and help, I'm not against it. I don't think Kincaid's going to be there at 26 anyways. So Flowers could probably be the more likely choice.
yeah. And Kincaid is higher on my board, so I could definitely see him going before our pick anyways.
all right. Let's look at the second pick while Adam works on bringing in.
I got Barry Grant Jr. is here. I just got to get the positioning set up. He just kind of.
Yo, is that a new Micah Parsons jersey that you're wearing there?
I actually bought this in when we were down at the Thanksgiving Day game. I bought it at AT&T Stadium, and I thought I had to bust it out. It's been a while. I usually don't wear the jerseys unless it's game day, so I thought this feels like Christmas Eve a little bit for draft nerds. So I thought I'd wear it and get into the season.
I had a question for y'all. What do you think the biggest day is for Cowboy fans? Is it draft day? We can't say Super Bowl because it hasn't been for such a while.
For us, I'd say for us three, to me, just in the last 2 years that we've went down to the Thanksgiving Day game, that's something I've really looked forward to. Like, I know for sure we're going to be going down to the Thanksgiving Day game this year. So that's something I really look forward to as a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, it's also a really it's a traditional and historical game, so there's that element which adds to it too. Like, we could have picked the third week in September and it would have been the special week, but
True.
that's just a little cherry on top.
Well, and I like, because we're Canadian, it's fun to kind of get into the American Thanksgiving Day festivities. Usually I used to be the guy sitting at work checking his phone, checking the Cowboys game the whole day, not paying attention at work. Like, man, I should have just booked today off. And now going forward, I'll book it off every year. So by far, that's my day. That's my favorite day as a Cowboys fan.
Okay, so we got Barry Grant Jr.
What's up, Barry? Thanks for hopping on.
I've been drinking since 2 p.m.
Oh,
So-
there it is.
So the thing is, I love you guys. Everybody's in here so very analytical, and they want to talk about the draft picks and who they want. Let's just cut the shit, fellas. All right, let's get Bijan Robinson. We don't care if it's a running back. We don't care if it's the first round. Let's get him first. Do whatever you got to do to get the special running back. That's who we need. That's who we going to get. All right?
I like it.
I am not complaining
Sold.
about that.
I'm trading up to 17 after hearing Barry.
But here's the
Trade
thing.
up to 15. Go get the running back and let's all drink some beer. Fuck it.
I like the mentality of drafting that if you think that a player is the guy, then it would be worth a your first round pick.
Listen,
no
fella,
matter what other people say.
Here's it is, AJ. I watched more of Bijan Robinson tape, right? And this is the thing that I took away from, which is very scary for the rest of the league. He doesn't have like top end speed, right? But his niftiness, his escapability, the fact that the people can't tackle him, that's not even the scary part. He has that football speed where when he does break a run, he may run a 4.5 or 4.6 or whatever it is, but no one can catch him. So what that's going to tell me, because I follow running backs, I see the trends in how they develop. Guys like him, there won't be any drop off because he's not coming into the league as a speedster and has to figure out how to run or how to change his strategy as he gets older. Not like Zeke. Zeke was a speedster in college, as well as some power. Zeke lost that speed as he got older in the NFL, taking all the hits, right? So he had to find a way to run differently, right? This guy doesn't have that top end speed. So he's developed other skills to be effective, which means that he's going to be a Derrick Henry type of running back going forward in his career. They need to get him. I'm telling you right now, whoever, if the Eagles fucking get him, I'm gonna lose my shit.
It's gonna happen.
Lose my shit.
The Eagles. This is what I'm scared about. Everyone's saying the Eagles aren't going to take him at 10. What's going to happen? The Eagles are going to trade back to 15 or 16 or 17,
Pick up
get
some more picks.
get another fucking second round pick,
man.
and get Bijan, and it's going to be the absolute worst case scenario.
And on top of that, they're in on Derrick Henry too. Great.
Right. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Any of
Come
those-
on, guys. It's the day before the draft. What are you doing
Hey,
to me?
I'm a truth teller. Okay, I'm coming in here to bring the truth. All right, I'm sorry.
Barry's also he's been watching that Lakers game. He's a little bit negative right now.
You see the
Watching
colors?
them.
Yeah.
Nah, but as far as Bijan, like Barry was saying, is what's crazy about Bijan is he has, I think, he's top 5 in the country in missed tackles, forced
Yes.
missed tackles.
Yes.
And as far as it, when you attribute that to the carries he got, he's making a person miss each time he about every other time that he carries the ball, which is just otherworldly.
Wow.
So if you can get Bijan in here, I think it's win now mode. And that's what we're gonna aim for draft night. But if he goes, as early as number 8 to Atlanta, I'm just gonna be happy because the Eagles didn't get him.
Yeah, 100%.
I guess that's
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
two things to look forward to. Do you guys want to quickly finish this off? It's basically talking about trades
We can just jump in.
Let's just jump
Let's
in.
just jump
Let's
in.
just jump into the mock draft.
Close on,
Let's
jump into
do
that
it.
pool. Let's do it.
Okay.
We're doing it. We're doing 7 rounds. We're going to go on, obviously, I think I've done a couple of the mock draft simulators. PFF just has the nicest interface. We're going to go 7 rounds. The first 2-3 rounds will probably go on fairly slow speed so that we can see the players that have been picked and decide if we want to pause. Anyone that wants to pause at any time, just yell, pause, and we will pause that thing, and we will see what we want to do. Because I don't mind. Now that we've kind of talked about this Bijan stuff, we talked about potentially the Cowboys moving up to 17. We might have to pull the trigger and do something crazy, guys. This is our last mock draft before the big day. We might have to pull something crazy here. AJ, you did have a couple of rules with a board, like a spinner and stuff that if you want to go over.
Yeah, so I'm just creating it right now. But basically, those are my thoughts. You guys let me know if you're into this or not. We have 7 of us here if we include chat as the 7th member of this stable. 7 rounds. So I can spin the wheel. Whoever it lands on is the Jerry Jones of that round. And we can all debate and try to convince them who we want to pick, but ultimately that decision of who we pick is going to fall into the hands of that
player.
player.
Or person, sorry.
They get removed and go to round 2. We do that until we get to the 6th round, where it's just a little bit different, but same thing. We're just going to spin the wheel.
Spin it, man. But if
Okay.
I don't want to say that if chat gets the first round pick again, like it happened the last time we tried to do this.
We can keep chat off the first spin.
Okay.
You want to do
One
that?
thing that
Yes.
one thing I want to propose, I guess, is Kahuna's been in here every single time. I feel like this
Facts.
boy should get 2 votes for his chat.
Fair.
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
Okay, I like that.
Yep.
We reward that type of loyalty.
I'm down with that for sure. So we've lost bandwagon boy 1. He's back. So we're okay. So we're going. We're gonna get it going here. We're gonna go 7 rounds, picking as the Dallas Cowboys. At first, like I said, it's gonna be slow. We're gonna see the names. We're gonna ease it in. It's gonna build up all that emotion, and then we're gonna do some crazy shit here. I'm ready for it. You guys ready for this?
You betcha.
Oh, yeah.
sir.
Let's go.
Okay, so let's get my little spinner. There's our high-tech spinner wheel.
Ooh, man. Looks like a beach ball.
That does. I feel like I'm gonna dream about this stupid beach ball wheel tonight.
And because Barry Grant Jr. showed up in the, I haven't even, the chat's been going off Kahuna versus Ultra on a bunch of stuff. So we're gonna see if chat gets to pick, it's gonna be interesting to.
Well, Kahuna gets a two voter. So
He gets 2 for 1.
okay, let's do this. Let's hop in. Let's get it.
Okay,
D's out, baby.
entering the draft. Here we go. Dallas Cowboys 7-round mock. I'm gonna turn this down to slow. We don't want to go turbo.
No turbo.
It's gonna freak me right out.
might have to go turbo. Barry Grant Jr. might pass out with how drunk he is.
I'll catch up.
I
Barry.
got about 5 left in me.
All right.
There it is. Okay.
We got you.
okay. Here we go. Let's go.
Who's
Bryce Young.
Classic
Young.
PFF.
There's a lot of
Will
CJ
Anderson.
Stroud talk
Ooh.
going sliding, but they still goes 2. Will Anderson at 3 to the Cards.
Cowboys
Will
Chris,
Levis.
what up?
Cowboys Chris, what's up?
Cowboys
Oh,
Chris
oh.
is at the draft.
Yeah, him and Armando Detroit's Jalen Carter to Detroit. That is a steal. Richardson to the Raiders. Gonzalez to the Falcons, which I think is a huge pick. 2 really good CBs.
Ooh.
Crack him if you got him. That Skoronski pick would be huge for the Eagles, by the way. Nolan Smith to the Titans. Paris Johnson to the Houston Texans. Hey, man, let's hit pause. Let's hit pause here.
Well,
let's hit pause.
You pause for a second.
Okay.
So if the Eagles pick up Henry, they're gonna take Skronsky. If they don't pick up Henry, then they're gonna go for Bijan.
Well, even if they do say get Skoronski, there's still a lot of good, decent guys that they could pick up later on in the draft that probably could start. They could be going for Gibbs with their second pick. They could be going for Charbonnet in the second round. Like, there's a lot of decent running backs left that the Eagles could plug in after getting a guy like Skoronski with their number 10.
So my idea is we could let this ride for a little bit because the Jets have Brees Hall. Washington has who do they have? Robinson? They have another Robinson there, don't they?
Yeah, they took Bijan our last mock draft, but I agree.
They did? Oh, wow.
It doesn't make sense. They took
Yeah, they got Robinson and Gibson over there right now. They don't need a running
they
back.
don't need one, but the last time they drafted Bijan, but I there's more than likely they're not going to take a running back. So where do you think we should pause it then?
I'm thinking Lions at least because those next 3 teams don't need a running back in my opinion.
But no, well, hey, Washington Washington picked Bijan and then they picked Cody Mauch our last draft.
I know, but let's just see what happens. Let's let it ride.
I fucking hate
They're
pausing
taking
and then going again, boys.
Yeah.
Once we pause, I like to make a move.
Well, hey,
You're making a move. You're hitting resume draft.
Okay. I'm not tricked that easily, but ready?
okay, go.
So pause on Detroit.
Yeah, we're gonna pause on.
Does this take into account that
JSN?
oh yeah, hey, PFF knows that they just
Wow, Bijan.
Fucking knew it. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, hey, PFF updated for the
They're
fact they pick if Jets pick JSN, it's because they know they got A-Rod.
Fuck you, Washington. I just hope he doesn't go to any NFC East team. Personally, that bug, I see it, and I'm getting a sense of emotion just looking at his name beside the Commanders right now.
I don't know why we're surprised. We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, now what, guys?
mean-
Now we're just rolling. Is there anyone?
As long as it's not the Eagles,
yeah.
whatever.
Let him.
The only thing we would do is restart and make that trade.
No, well, we already fucked. Well, they can't
No,
restart the
we gotta
draft.
roll it.
Can't.
We gotta roll it.
No, I'm down.
So
to
is
keep it going.
Bijan the only one that you'd be tempted to trade up for? Any other player that you would trade up for?
At this point, I think I'd probably
Porter.
trade back. Oh yeah, Porter. We did talk about
No,
that. He's
I
just
wouldn't want that.
CB. At this point, I'd like to just see it ride. Personally,
Mm-hmm.
Bijan's that one
I
guy
agree.
that I'm kind of thinking I would maybe go for. Besides that, I'm willing to let it ride, and hopefully one of the guards, Torrance or Darnell Wright still hasn't been picked. Like maybe he falls to 26.
Okay.
That's a guy that now that we're saying it and we're speaking out loud and my thoughts are able to get out, Darnell Wright's a guy that I'd possibly trade up a little bit to grab.
Okay.
But I think we just let it roll.
I say we let it roll to 26.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it, baby.
Can't believe you guys
Joey
lost.
Porter's
I can't believe you guys lost
Brian
Bijan.
Branch.
Wow.
Joey Porter, too. Man,
There
so
he goes.
the Lions got Porter
Mhm.
and Carter. Could you imagine that, man? Kincaid off. Addison off to the Seahawks.
Mm.
Darnell Wright gone to
Wright's
the
gone.
good
Okay.
pick. Good pick.
Hold up.
Oh, we're
Hold
pausing
up.
it again. Wow, this is
Hold up.
So far, this has been the most paused mock draft that we've done.
So
Osiris Torrance.
I'm not trading up for him.
I
No?
think
Okay.
there's more than likely he'll still be there at 26.
Okay.
And
Just-
the Ravens with 22 pick. Osiris Torrance.
I mean, it's not the end of the world if he
QJ's gone.
If he goes.
Zay Flowers gone.
Say,
Wow.
Broderick Jones gone.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Ooh.
No one wants to trade with us.
ooh,
Yeah, but Cansey, man.
I would take Banks.
And Banks, yeah.
No, guys, a CB in the first round is just.
I don't care. I think he's
I
good.
Hey, this is why we have this.
But it does nothing for it will. It
EJ
doesn't-
said, "Fuck that, just take him."
Hey,
No way, it does nothing. Oh, actually,
this is why we have the spinner.
let's get the spinner going before we
Oh.
even.
Spin the wheel. Make a
Spinner-
wheel.
All right,
Spinner Rooney.
here we go.
Not
Please don't land on me.
Not
Please
digging-
don't land on me.
Land on me, because I'm gonna blow this whole fucking thing up.
No.
Oh, damn.
Go.
Hot dog. I don't like that I'm dehydrated pea color, but it landed on me, baby. Get to that big board, AJ. Let's see what we have here. Ooh.
Okay, so you don't get to hang on. You don't get to just take over
No,
the
I
first
know,
round.
I know,
You
but
just get to make the decision when it gets down to it.
AJ can't handle somebody
No,
else being
because-
Jerry Jones.
It's already. Hey,
I came up with the idea.
the decision's already made in my brain.
Okay.
Canty's the guy you got to take here, in my mind.
Sure,
He's
well,
a
let's-
position of need. I'm just making my argument.
No, I think
He's
that,
a position of need.
yeah.
He's a top 15 ranked player. He's been talked about a bunch. Yes, he's a little bit undersized. We've never taken him before, so that means we got to put him on our big board. But I think at 26, he's a dude that slipped out far enough that he'd be good to take here.
Any other options that you
So
guys would take?
For me, Banks is my only true first round grade still left on the board. I think then after that it would be Cansey. And then now that AJ has that pulled up, I can't really see who else was up there, but no, it's good. It's good. And then Forbes would be under that, but I'm higher on Forbes than most people. It really depends on if you're going BPA or if you're going for need. Because if we're going need, I think it's Torrance, but we could possibly trade back. If you're going BPA, it's got to be Banks or Cansey.
BPA. BPA.
Okay.
And BPA right now is Canty.
For me, I would go Torrance, Cansey, Banks, but actually Banks wouldn't be on my list. It'd be Mayer.
Adbest?
You know what? I mean, you made a great point about Cansey. I'm not too fond about taking a cornerback unless it was someone like Porter Jr. Not saying that Banks isn't good. I didn't even think about it. You know, Michael Mayer took my heart. So if he's there, I would be heavily considering it. But again, talking about position and need, last draft we took Kincaid, and I felt sick in my stomach thinking that we then drafted a fucking shite guard.
Here's my
He's fucking shite.
Here's my last will and testament for Michael Mayer.
Okay.
Hear me out. We are not the biggest need out of these top players is guard. Okay.
Yep.
So either I would say that you go down to pick up that guard if you're going to make a decision for what the team needs. Now, you could wait because we know that there are guards littered throughout the draft. Are they as good as Torrance? That's the question you got to ask yourself. For me, the biggest difference maker in this list is Michael Mayer, in that he could be just such a disruption and he could be such a physical opponent above whoever's going to be defending him that it could be something really exciting to be watching every Sunday.
TGR?
I am with AJ.
Oh.
I'm with AJ.
Okay, so
We have no one wanting to trade with us, so we're gonna have to give up more than, or we're not gonna get as much as we want. If there was someone, if it set up their trade, someone was willing to trade, and we were gonna be able to pick up, we were gonna be able to trade into later into the first and pick up a second. Yeah, that's a no brainer.
Yeah, GC Illusion from YouTube says trade back and get the guard, but like you said, no one's offering. So it's gonna hurt us. Brandon 5 on TikTok says I'd take Cansey.
My vote's Canty.
And
Just
Ultra
because
Cowboys isn't saying anything.
I'm going true BPA. I'm going true BPA.
Sure, and that's what the wheel of fucking names said. Okay, so any other last arguments?
TGR
didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
Okay, TGR.
TGR had 3 edibles before.
TGR is just jacked off edibles. Barry Grant Jr. is jacked off of alcohol. Barry Grant Jr. is agreeing with AJ. That's how we know Barry Grant Jr. is drunk right now.
What are you talking about?
AJ.
Listen, Michael Mayer is a good pick.
Fuck
but
tight end at one.
Dude, I
Fuck
like
tight end at one.
That's
like
the
Michael
thing. It's
Mayer.
like, you know, for us, it's like, all right, cool. If we're gonna go tight end, people don't like that. If we go running back, people don't like that. But
Yeah.
those are the positions that we can really make an impact with next season. All those other picks, right? Offensive linemen, we go there. You may not see the impact next season. Those other two, you'll probably see the impact right away. So And if we're talking about the window that we have, right? We have a window here. We have this Dak Prescott window. Are we going to extend him? Is he going to have 2 years left in the deal? We don't know what they're deciding. They want to extend him so they can have more money under the cap, but we're not there yet. So you have to think about striking while the iron's hot and getting him as much skill position players as you can possibly surround him with. So if you can, like, fuck what people are saying about, oh, you don't take, fuck that. Like, get the guy that you need. Get the guy that you need.
Okay,
That's all
so
I'm saying.
with saying that, you've convinced me. We're going Cansey.
Okay, I'm pulling the trigger. Welcome
Yeah,
to
go
the
ahead and go,
team.
Cansey.
Welcome to the team.
Woo, and we're not mad at it.
And I will say I don't like defensive tackle.
Actually,
Go get it.
Actually, Anthony, since you're Jerry Jones, you got to say it.
Welcome to the team. I don't do it,
Well-
Jerry, like AJ.
Okay,
Welcome to the
look
team.
who went right after
Banks,
Deontay Banks.
and then
Thanks,
Mayer went
Mayer.
right away.
Yep.
Who these
I will
shit
say-
girls get? Oh, the Eagles get Torrance.
Eagles took
they
Torrance.
just jacked up their
Gosh,
offensive
dang.
line.
That means we could. Hey, Moch Pit.
Okay, guys, this is a situation where we should pause at some point and think about trading up to get either Steve Avila or Cody Mock.
I think we go Cody Mock.
We got to trade up for one of those guys here.
I'm looking for the next.
Washington's gone.
I'm looking for the next O-line to be selected for a pot.
Gibson.
Bro,
Gibson.
what, that
Yeah.
doesn't even make sense. Why did the Seahawks need another running back?
Right?
AJ, we don't ask these questions of PFF. Okay.
PF
Hey.
just does.
Just like Hendon
there's
Hooker
an
went to
offensive
the
lineman.
Saints.
If we get to 50 and Forbes isn't off the board, I'm willing to trade up.
I hate these CBs that you keep bringing up, trying to
Hey.
push down our. I mean, look, it's not a bad. It's not
a bad pick if we get there, but we need a guard. We did this to ourselves last
No,
draft.
look, we have till 47. 47, the Washington Commanders are going to take Cody Moch. So we
Are you
have,
They're probably going
savant?
to take Forbes, man.
Are you a savant, Adam?
no. Yes, I am.
Musgrave.
John Michael Schmitz is another guy that's
John
been a lot of
Michael
Cam Smith at
Guys.
44.
Guys, pause it.
Adam's getting nervous.
Adam's getting
They're
nervous.
going to take Cody Moch unless we're fine with Avila.
I'm fine with Avila.
Me too.
Mock.
I think
I'm
we
fine
got
with
Avila.
I'm fine with Matt Bergeron, Cody Mock, Avila. Trying to think if there's any other guys.
So this-
I just
EJ,
think
do you
Moch
like,
picks- I
do
think
you
Moch
like
picks-
Zavala or not?
I do. Probably not at.
Not second.
I-
Not at
Oh.
second. Not at second.
I don't know because he has some injury concerns. That's why it's like I
Okay.
think the player's that good, but I
Yeah.
don't know his medicals. So
Well, let's get in there and give the guy an exam. Poke around a little.
I'm just saying,
Just sneak into the combine next year and start doing medical examinations.
Yes, no, we're
prodding and poking.
we're
Okay.
definitely qualified. We're definitely
Oh
qualified.
no, we're Canadian,
We're Canadian.
doctors,
drop,
eh?
Drop trow.
I think with someone like Cody Mochpit, we're gonna just have more flexibility on the line with him. He's not pigeonholed to one fucking.
Are we
position.
making a trade at,
Well,
we
at
have
hey.
to make a position.
50?
They're gonna.
should we spin the wheel so whoever it lands on can trade up if they want to and make
Oh,
that decision?
Yeah, I like these.
Oh,
I like
that's
I
a
like,
really
I
good
like these
idea.
things.
That's a really good idea.
Hey, why did my name turn to Chat?
'Cause you're
I'm
a
out.
chatty, you're
I'm
like-
out.
You're a chatty little Kathy.
I'm out.
Okay,
Yeah,
here we go, guys.
You're out of here.
Spin the wheel.
Oh, okay.
Should we take that off because that's 2 yellows in a row?
Yeah,
Make
yellow's
them.
gone.
Yeah, it's gone. It's been removed. Okay, so chat.
Chat.
I mean, here's the thing, chat. You're delayed. So your pause is going to be a little difficult here. So we're going to give you we're going to give you 30 seconds here while we kind of
Well, you throw me a drink.
while I toss Ant a drink. Let us know if you want to make a trade here. Otherwise, I'm going to go.
Kahuna
and
said-
it's going to be late.
Kahuna says trade up for Mach because of the history he has with the show.
Yeah, I like it. Kuna knows.
Damn,
knows his
that's
stuff.
good.
Nice ball, AJ.
So do we trade up here then,
No.
or should we give some time, a little bit of time?
Can I make a suggestion?
Okay.
We let it run until either Steve Avila or Cody Mock are gone, and then that's when you should worry about having to get
Okay,
the next
I
guard.
like
Because
that.
after those guys,
Yeah,
Then we get the next guy.
you have to.
I like that.
Okay, that's what we're gonna do, chat. We're going
Hey,
to
I'm just
make
saying
this.
it's chat's call.
Yeah, well, I know, but we're dealing with a fucking 18-minute delay.
Cody Mock!
I fucking told you. Both of them. We lost Bijan and we
man.
lost Mach. Like the Commanders drafted how we should have drafted, in my
They
opinion.
didn't. They didn't. It was the Patriots that took him. You psychopath.
Okay, so Kahuna said trade up for Mach. We didn't.
Can't.
Boots on the ground said wait for Avila or Mach to be gone and then trade up. So now we have.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
I know that we did exactly what chat didn't say.
We did what chat did. Oh,
Well, Kahuna told us to trade up, but that's
Well,
okay.
let's get
yeah,
a trade going.
Kahuna gets two votes. It doesn't mean that he is the king of the chat and he can tell everyone what to do. I'm just saying, Boots said exactly what we're doing right now, so we are doing what chat said. You are trying to twist things for your own personal benefit.
Is anybody tied to Jordan Lewis here? Or would you mind adding him into the trade?
Fuck yeah!
No.
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 No, I like Jordan
No.
Lewis also.
But we can't add players. We can't add.
I
Players.
like I like Jordan Lewis and
I
Very-
love Jordan Lewis.
Duron Bland. But
Leave
Duron Bland.
Jordan Lewis alone. He's gonna have a big year.
Yeah, I'd like to keep Lewis.
Okay.
We could trade straight up our 2 first rounds and then a fourth round
Okay,
next year.
let's try to throw them Kelvin Joseph then.
Yes.
Okay.
And $6. Maybe they'll take that.
They're like, actually, we'll take the $6.
We'll take the $6. You can keep Boss Man Fat.
Yeah, you can keep Boss Man Fat.
But you know,
Oh shit, we might just be able to go straight up
Just
Boss
try it.
Man Fat.
Just try it.
Our first.
Just don't even do the
I was gonna see maybe they do.
You're gonna have.
Kahuna's saying no.
Offer trade.
Mach was definitely the smoke screen for Avila, all part of the plan.
They didn't like
Okay,
it.
that's okay. Oh shit, we gotta
It's okay. Add
let's-
in one of those later picks.
Give him 244. I'd like to avoid using any picks from. Try that.
244. Yeah.
Try
okay.
that.
Yeah, me too. I'd like to avoid next year.
Offer trade. Fuck you. Fuck you,
The
Commanders.
Commanders are gonna be like, we don't want anything from you. We got Bijan and Cody Mach. We're partying in Washington.
They didn't get much.
212. Should
Oh.
I put?
Jesus.
Okay, I feel better now about
I
that.
even said
Adam's been drinking, bro.
Adam's on his own fucking planet right now.
Well, guess what? It doesn't make sense that the Patriots took Mach. This fucking.
What
thing
about
is
one of the
stupid.
Why for
compensatory
212
picks?
and
Is that
then
what you
let it go
offered?
down like
Yeah, I'm gonna offer 212, 58, and Kelvin Joseph for the 47th because that's the next pick down.
If they don't take this, we should take Boss Man Fat off. That's got to be the only. Oh yes!
There we go.
And there he is.
Wheeling and dealing.
We already
baby.
know it. We already know it. I already had his name on speed dial.
Josh Downs.
gosh, dude, Drew Sanders is dropped though. Oh
Where do you see
man.
that?
Ooh.
Oh no, we gotta go. This is
Oh.
chats though.
Yeah, this
guys.
was Chat's pick,
I know
guys.
it's chat,
So
man.
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
Ah.
draft chat. I'm gonna pause it. We're gonna do the spin, and then I'm gonna unpause. Okay.
Yeah, because we could trade up to get a guy like Drew Sanders.
I mean,
Possibly.
I like.
I'm all in on Drew Sanders.
And you know what? Guess what? It's gonna be me that lands on the chat spin, and I'm not gonna do anything that you guys want me to.
Chat spin's done now. Chat's done.
No, I know, but I'm saying to you guys, they want Drew Sanders, and I'm not gonna take him.
Oh, do they?
Well, TGR wants Drew Sanders.
Oh no. What's chat? Who's chat want? Avila, right?
Oh, yeah.
well,
no,
we don't know
yeah,
that. They were saying mock.
No. Boots and Kahuna, the ones that are saying they want.
and Cahoon had 2 votes. That's it. Just get him on the
Via.
team.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
Welcome
There
to
we
the
go.
team,
That's-
baby.
that
Welcome to the
that
team,
makes
baby.
up for the first round.
Okay, so pause it. Spin the wheel.
Welcome
Oh, yeah,
to the
sorry.
Dallas Cowboys.
Welcome
Okay,
to
so-
the Dallas Cowboys.
All right, so here we go.
EJ's got the
Pause
lucky
it.
piss square.
Yeah. If
Or
I
pie.
get it, I'm trading up for
And
Drew.
I'm really dehydrated. Look at me.
Look at this again.
Oh, let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Rigged. This is rigged.
Mr. Sensible gets the pick. Let's do it.
Okay.
The piss pie is just fucking dominating. The
Okay, EJ.
Oh,
EJ,
man.
the floor is yours.
Drew
Let's
Sanders.
see.
He's gonna be a Dallas Cowboy. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Hold up. I need a. I'm not on the screen where I can see. Can you fix that or no?
I think it'll just
There you
adjust
go.
in a sec. Yeah.
There you
Okay.
go.
Alrighty. So does it say the Steelers need linebacker, huh?
it does. It definitely
Hmm.
does.
All right, let's
Oh,
let's try to
that's
trade with them. Obviously put in our picks for theirs. Go
I mean, you're
90,
getting
and then what else are their team needs?
Tackle and defensive back.
Okay.
You're gonna have to give them picks. Yeah, that's the only way. The only way you're moving up to 49 from 90 here is you
Okay,
have to give something in
add
2024.
Add in Tyron Smith and
Ooh.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I mean, we did get our guard. You played Tyler, but I said just we'll let it ride until about 53. If he's still there, then we'll try to make
You
something
know
happen.
he's gone. You know he's
I know,
gone.
I
He's gonna be
know,
gone
I
this
know
one.
he is.
The
but
Steelers
we'll see.
got him. Let's
Okay.
see. This makes it good here.
Welcome to the team, Drew Sander.
No, they double.
Oh.
Big double A.
Oh.
Damn. Didn't see him.
Oh, the
There
Bucks.
There he is.
goes. There he goes.
That's all right. That's all right.
Let it ride.
Joe Jolari.
Adam's just taking solace in everyone else's broken dreams.
Man, I really wanted to trade up, but I didn't want to get rid of all of our picks.
Yeah,
So,
because we would definitely have to trade. You'd have to go
Yeah.
heavy.
yeah.
Or
So,
give up another
Tillman.
player. And
that
Oh, I
hurts.
was like 58. We're about to pick, but no. Oh, they got two. They got Thule. Man, these commanders, PFF commanders, have just killed it the
Deadly.
last
Doing
few
pretty damn
drafts.
good.
I wonder if this is the same type of
Oh,
supercomputer.
Joe
that-
Tippmann to the Eagles.
The Eagles have now taken Skoronsky, Torrance, and Tippmann. They've taken three
Charbonnet
offensive line.
Sorry, Charbonnet dropping to the top of the third.
That's-
Interesting.
No, 65.
When the fuck is our next pick?
90.
Jeez.
Henley went.
And
Gosh.
Bergeron went, but we don't need him anymore.
Whippler, another decent center off the board. Darius Rush, never really talked about him. Rasheed Rice. That's good value for Rasheed Rice.
Haven't you ever seen the movie The Butterfly Effect with Ashton Kutcher? As soon as you make one change, you affect every type of consequence. Us trading up altered the course of this draft.
Hey, the fucking Falcons at 75 took Tanner McKee.
Who took
just
Gibbs?
like I said they would.
Gibbs was taken by
Gibbs was the Seahawks or
the
some stupid
Seahawks.
Oh,
reason.
Right.
Yeah. I thought we were going to say that the
Siaka
Commanders took
Ika.
Gibbs.
Siaka Ika, that's pretty good. Ooh, here we
Tyler
go.
Scott.
we are
Gosh,
8 picks
dang.
away, guys.
EJ, what position are you thinking while we're looking at these guys coming up here? What are you thinking you're gonna go
Tank Dell's gone.
I think that tight end is definitely in the
play?
cards for me.
Yep.
Wide receivers and play for me. Linebacker definitely. We've already filled. What do we filled? D
Guard.
tackle. Well, that's
Yeah,
the
guard
thing
and
about
tackle.
Cansey is he's not really a one tech defensive tackle, so I could still go with a one tech D tackle. Kobe Turner doesn't fit that. Zavala would just be redundant at this point.
Now,
Herbig he's good. He's just undersized. Trey Hodges Tomlinson is another slot corner.
Hey,
Michael Wilson.
Corey Obi-Trice is on the board.
See, he's a 3-tech, so that'd just be redundant with Cansey.
I
at
see
this
who I
point.
want.
right.
I see him. I see his big, beautiful eyes. Luke Schoonmaker.
Schoonie Maker.
Let's go blue.
Well, what position do we need right now? What realistically?
We
what
took
do-
a DI.
Yeah.
You know,
We took a
I'm
guard.
gonna go with a pick that is interesting, but I think that the Cowboys really like this guy, and I think that this is about the range that he's probably gonna go. And we missed out on Bijan, but let's roll with Roshan Johnson.
Okay.
Okay, now hang on. We got some time. We're not rushing into it. We're gonna make the pick get
Okay.
down there.
Hey, I'm willing to hear everybody's input
Exactly.
too.
I just want to give an opportunity because, mind you, we're in a split with Roshan. We either reach now, probably not going to get him on our next pick. So it makes sense to move on the guy now.
Yeah, you're not if running back is a need. We've taken Tank Bigsby before. We've taken Dwayne McBride. I think we've taken
Who
Roshan
is-
before too, but Roshan at 101 is not that far of a reach, honestly. Us
No.
taking him at 90.
Not this far in the draft.
It's not. It's really not even that big of a reach.
Brandon 5 in chat saying on the TikTok chat saying Tomlinson, and Stephen White in YouTube saying Herg is a linebacker / edge.
Yeah, so that was Nick Herbig, is who he's talking about, the Wisconsin linebacker edge. Like I said, he's just undersized. So I don't know if he'd be a guy that the Cowboys would necessarily want.
Oh yeah, you know, AJ is not gonna want a small linebacker.
6'2",
Full edge.
6'2" Oh, sorry, small edge.
Small edge. I know, but you know what? My mind has been like,
Ooh, Bims.
Okay.
See, wide receiver, to me at this point, if you're going for a skill position, wide receiver and running back are almost interchangeable, especially if you're going to get Mims as a better value. So Mims is probably better than any of the running backs at
Let's
this
check
spot.
out. Can we check out tight end, wide receiver, and running back all on this on the board at the same time, real quick?
You want me to line these boys up?
Line those ducks up.
Okay, here's the only thing I have to say about a Roshan Johnson style of running back is I am a little nervous if we walk in to the season with the current running back trio that we have. I'm going to pretend that I'm not, but it does make me a little unsure. I mean, I from what I've read, Tony Pollard's leg should be fine, but it was a fucking
broken leg in the last game of the season for them.
Yeah, and so that he hasn't had that much time. So I hope, but like, is it? I don't know if it's one of those injuries that it's like you're not going to feel 100% this year. It's going to be next year. So I don't know. I'm leaning heavier on a halfback or a running back. Sorry. Over a wide receiver at this point, just due to need.
We got 2 trade offers. Just saying. There's 2 people willing to trade with us right now.
Ooh.
Sorry, Adam.
My thing with Roshan is I think that he's the best pass blocking running back in the draft. So
that's
he
needed.
adds exactly.
Yeah.
He fills a position as far as that goes. He also is going to be in the rotation for our running backs as well. Whereas Mims, he's just going to be pushed down the board a little bit.
Yep.
I really like the value here, and if somebody said Mims at 90 for the Cowboys, I would love that. But as far as just what I'm hearing within the Cowboys media and everybody that's really tuned in with them, they really like Roshan Johnson, and I like him a lot too. So I think that's where I'm leaning. But does anybody else have any say about this?
Yeah, my only Roshan Johnson is too, like, how am I going to differentiate saying Rojo for Ronald Jones and then Roshan Johnson says Rojo? I can't have 2 Rojos on the team.
Okay,
That's
a fair point.
Hey, you know
Yes, you can. Rojo 1, Rojo 2.
2.
Oh, you know what? You sold me on it. Rosh Joe. Rojo and Rosh Joe. The Joes. The Rojo, the Rosh Joes and
Jojos?
Jojos.
I kind of. Adam actually made me with his little discovery that we'd have
Crack
2
him if you got
Rojos.
him.
I kind of
Crack him if you
got him. Oh, I kind of want Rojo 2 now. Crack him if you got him.
You got him, baby.
Okay, here. I mean, I like it. Does anyone have any argument?
I don't
against?
oppose. I'm good.
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
I don't hate it.
Go to Johnson.
I don't hate it.
Makes me feel good. It makes me feel real good.
Well, hang on.
Much better than the first round.
confirm with Jerry that that's our pick.
Oh,
Yep. That's what I want.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
Well,
and
then
that's
guess what?
also what that's also what other fake Jerry wants. Okay.
Roshan's
welcome to the team.
now we have Rojo 1 and Rojo 2. And,
Yeah, I
and
like it.
Jerry 1 and Jerry 2.
I like
Rosh
it.
Joe
Here's what I propose,
with
Adam.
no fucking piss spin on
The wheel's not going to work.
No,
It
but
doesn't- where's the piss pie?
I know. Here's what I propose. Kyle has to hop off shortly. Let's give him the next round. Me and you will be a bandwagon boy pick, and Barry will be.
You don't go against the wheel.
Well, hey. Well, okay.
If we do it and he's not here,
No, let's just roll it. And if it was meant to be, I think TGR gets it no matter what. But I have a feeling the wheel's going to pick him anyways.
okay. I like
Yeah,
that
I
confidence.
feel it too.
I feel the wheel's picking him. You don't go against the beach ball.
Well, hang on. Let me just say. Let me just get this going here real quick.
Oh no, you can't alter it. No, you can't. No, you can't.
I
alter
have
it.
to because we don't have enough picks, Adam.
He has to.
Okay, here we go. Hang
Well,
on.
make it.
Hang on.
At least make TGR yellow. There you go.
There, thank you.
There you
Well, that's orange.
No, I know.
That's
He's
orange.
dehydrated piss.
You gotta have
Hang
the
on.
piss.
We'll make it a
man.
little bit more brown.
There we go.
Okay, there you go.
You're giving him a 33.3% chance at hitting this.
Spin that wheel.
Told you. It was meant to be.
That's awesome. Okay.
Let's do it.
It was meant to
baby.
be. It was meant to be.
Okay, ready, TGR? The keys to the vehicle are in your hand.
The clock is on.
Have we even ran the clock at all?
Yeah, we have been running the
No,
clock.
I'm just, sorry, I meant the draft.
So
is on the
36
clock.
picks away. So Kyle, while we're waiting, also known as Tony Goat Romo on all social media platforms, what are you thinking the Cowboys need to go with this next pick at 129? Did he just ghost us?
No, he's there. He's
He's thinking.
He's gone.
so, and I guess
I can't see anyone. I can't see anyone.
And can't see, which I'm gonna alter it for.
I'm here for the conversations, man. I told you I'm not an expert, but no, let's see who's on the board. I don't, I would say I'd be leaning more towards defense.
Okay.
Zavala goes at 100.
He fell. He dropped lots.
I'm just tying him because he always shows up.
Nick's gone. Michael Wilson's gone. So Michael Wilson, Schoonmaker all the way down to pick 107 to the Patriots. Olo, we're just going to say double O.
Double O.
Noah Sewell, 109 to the Raiders. Trey Palmer, wide receiver to the Falcons. Byron Young, defensive interior to the Browns. Ooh, Edge, Army Boy, Andre Carter the second.
We liked him.
I did.
We
To the
liked
Marvin
Jets.
Mims finally off the board.
So Mims had a big
Wow.
fall then. Mims
the,
fell.
Falcons.
Eli Ricks at 115 to the
He's at a tumble, hasn't he?
yes.
Eli Ricks?
Yeah, since our first few drafts, he's
Since Ants picked him,
since I picked him, he's been
Ants picked Ricks and he's picked Sewell, and they fucking dropped.
Corey Trice goes to
True.
the Pats.
Big shout out from NFL Edits on TikTok saying Tony Goat Romo, all in caps.
yes.
You got a fanboy out there for you.
Hey, settle down.
TGR.
Settle down. Slide into his DMs, not ours.
One
I haven't been
love,
on
baby.
TikTok in a minute, so I miss my community out on TikTok. It's
Damn,
been a while, but it's been a quiet month though.
It has
Nothing really
been.
to talk about.
You're right. Okay, so Tony Goat Romo 129 is on the board. You have Kobe Turner, defensive interior, Anthony Johnson, safety, Nick Saldiveri,
Saldiveri.
Dwayne McBride, Dorian Williams, Chase Brown, Deuce Vaughn, Ivan Pace, Brenton Strange. So what are you thinking position-wise, my guy?
Man, I told you, man, I'm not an expert in the draft. I have no idea. I've never heard of
So,
some of these
so
players.
this is the trick.
Hey,
Don't worry. This is the trick. All you got to do, do position. Just go
Yeah, but-
position.
Let's go on.
Work from there.
Tony can also say, hey, let's discuss it. He's
Yep.
the decision maker. He doesn't have to come up with the fucking content
That's
here.
right.
Here's
I'm a
what I want-
democracy.
Here's what
I
I want
want to hear from the brains of the organization.
I want to throw out Juice Scruggs just as a name in general. He's a true center, if I remember our conversation with whoever the hell it was. But it was someone who knew about him. Okay, maybe was it you, EJ?
I think I've talked about him
He's
before,
been
but
on
I'm
your
not
list,
sure.
I
Or
think
was it Cowboys Chris?
it was Cowboys Chris
That was
because we were talking about double
Chris.
O.
Okay.
Yeah.
Double O
yes.
versus Scruggs because
So
we
we-
picked Scrubs before.
We've taken him before, but I'm just saying in terms of kind of adding a little bit of adhesive to that guard pick, also looking at Beatas. And I feel like fourth round, I'll start to give a little bit of that leash, a little bit of that leeway to the thought of the future. But I still want to make, I don't want that to trump a pick that would be a player who maybe has a physical trait or something like that can make a difference today.
You're definitely going developmental line if you're going here, right? So like, if you're going deep into the draft at this point, you're not getting any impact players on that side.
What about tight end though? What about tight
tight-
end? You got Dalton
tight
Schultz.
end.
Tight ends.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dalton Schultz and Jake Ferguson, 4th round picks, and both.
So
Let's
for
bring
me,
up tight
it'd
end.
be,
Let's see.
it'd be
Oh, there we
tight
go.
end, linebacker here.
Yeah. Tight end linebacker.
And it doesn't. This linebacker doesn't have to play. You know that the Cowboys
about-
love to get linebackers and put them on special teams.
Yep.
Is it too early to look quarterback?
No,
No, because my boy DTR is going to be there.
There's Ads boy DT.
Oh, look at down to
Ooh,
Rumble,
Kuntz.
Dorian Thompson Robinson. Let's get him, baby.
I will say Kyle Kuntz is the most athletic tight end in the draft, in my opinion.
Zach Kuntz.
You guys are saying
Yeah.
his name really funny.
I think you were talking about Tyler Kuntz. This is Zach Kuntz. This is a completely different tight end.
You know what? I'm gonna lock the pick, and I already feel like I already know who I want to go.
'Kay.
I'm gonna go Zach. I'm gonna go Zach Kuntz. Tight end.
Wow. I like it. Just for his name, I can't wait to get that jersey, baby.
6'7".
6'7"?
Holy shit.
255?
I mean,
That's
you
a
kinda
Gronk.
get- You get me a little excited about that.
I like that. I like it.
Since we got 4 minutes left, I'm just going to stall here.
Bring him up on Draft Buzz.
Yeah, Draft
please.
Buzz.
Yeah,
What
are you
bring him up
doing?
on Draft
what am
Buzz
I-
and check out his numbers. His combine numbers were amazing.
Get ZK up there.
And one thing I'll tell you about the best tight ends in the league, they have one thing in common. They're super athletic freaks. So his
definitely a
RAS
serial
score,
killer. He looks like you created him on a video game.
You know what they say? Freaks in the
Hey.
sheets, freak on the field.
It looks like you chatted or you typed into AI, create me a Swedish serial killer, and it just came up with this dude.
Yep.
Or, well, let's look at his. He's the 12th ranked. Let's look at his.
4.55 at
Measurables.
6'7". Damn. He
Damn.
can fly.
Look at that. I mean, he's a physical specimen. When I watched this man on tape over the weekend, salting multiple McMuffins and then just giving them to my dog who has now diabetes, I was overwhelmed with emotion. I had an erection for the first time in 30 years.
Jerry likes him.
did, Daddy.
Crack him if you got him,
If you
son.
got him.
I like it. I like the
it.
size.
You're right. I think at this point,
Excuse me.
okay, my mind's changed. I'm not arguing anymore.
Get him in there.
I'm not just because he's a freak. I'll be all right with it.
And he's from Old Dominion. Like, how sweet's that?
Okay, let's do it.
Welcome to the team.
Welcome to the team, Tyler Kunz. I mean, Zach Kunz.
One of them's right.
Oh
Jay,
man.
pause it. So
Okay,
it's down
pause
to
it.
Adam and
Okay.
and
Okay,
Barry.
so stop for a second.
Well, let's say
BWB. It's the bandwagon boys, not Adam.
Time out. Tony Goat Romo. It's a pleasure having you on. If you need to bounce,
Yeah, but feel free to stay.
feel free to stay, but I'm giving you the door. I don't want you to feel awkward.
No, you're good. This is perfect timing. So, yeah, I'm gonna bounce. I appreciate you guys having me on tonight. Tomorrow night's gonna be exciting. Lot of, I don't know. It's gonna be a while too. We're the 26th pick, so it's gonna be a long night before
Yep.
we
Oh,
get
yeah.
to us.
Mhm.
But hey, I'll see you guys. What was it, Friday?
Yes,
And
sir.
We'll talk after.
Sounds good, man. Appreciate having you on. Everyone, check out at Tony Goat Romo on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that jazz. Great content. Love having you on, man. We'll talk to you Friday.
See you, Kyle.
Yes, sir. Later,
Appreciate
Kyle.
it, guys.
Peace.
See you soon.
Okay, so I'm just gonna while Kyle takes off, I'm just gonna reset the scene, and then when we get back, Barry Grant Jr. is going into draft mode. I love it. 1 second.
Barry Batman Jr.
Let's get a quarterback.
Hey, I'm not arguing with that. This is the time. Although I think we're gonna
Matt Grant.
Back Grant. I have to just reset my camera angles here. 1 second.
Well, we can spin, can't we?
Yeah, we can spin. Here we go.
No, because it's not on this.
Spin the wheels.
Spin that wheel. It looks like a Pokemon ball right now.
It takes 2 seconds here.
Green or red pill or blue pill? Who
Gotta
you going
draft
with?
them all.
BWB, the red scallywags, or the blue BGJ?
Adam's
Okay.
just finalizing the final.
I'm not happy with it, but it'll be good enough. Okay.
It's on the fly.
Yeah, there we go. So we got it's down between the bandwagon boys and Barry Bat Grant Jr.
Well, how many picks do we still have?
We got 2. Because we traded one.
Oh, right. Okay, so it's down to the 2. Ooh,
2 left, baby. 2 left.
I
Here
like
we go.
it. Let it fly. Heads or tails?
Oh, that's Barry Grant.
Barry
That's
Grant
Barry Grant.
Jr.
That is Barry Grant.
Listen, just queue up those quarterbacks for me, baby. I don't want to look at nothing else. It's all QB.
This is a great time for quarterback. So
Let's see
I
what
like
we
it.
got.
Should I just turbo to our pick?
No, I want to see.
You
I
wanna
want
see?
I want to
Okay,
see.
yeah, we're
D-
just
I want to
chilling.
see.
We're chilling.
I want to
There's no
see my
rush.
guy
Yeah,
DTR.
let's see who we got here.
Yeah, I want to see my guy
who's
DTR
off.
go off the board for us.
Yeah, because I'm not against trading a 7th rounder to move up if something feels right.
Barry, do you have a specific quarterback that you like?
Who's left on the board?
You can't look until it's your pick. So
Let me just do this.
Okay.
quick.
It won't let us. No, we're not saying it as like a weird fan rule. It's just a stupid PFF.
So obviously, let's just go. I'll go back to
Yeah.
I'll be able to just highlight these
who's went?
Right.
quarterbacks.
It's
here.
dumb. I
Right.
don't. That you'd think with
You should be able to have a board that shows you Like
Yeah,
who's-
exactly.
who's
Like
left?
who's left? Exactly.
You
Like
think
best
with all their
available.
you think with all their fucking money they
All-
make off of
all,
that.
all the
some
money, all
names-
the money that they take from you, right? They should be able
Yeah.
to update this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Tanner McKee,
I'm
the
gonna
only
double
one.
check this. Yeah, I think it was just Tanner McKee.
Since the
Round 3.
since like Hendon Hooker and
Yes.
all the natural top 5 picks.
So we've got
I will say
a handful of good QBs left.
I will say after you told me about watching the draft prospects thing, and I wasn't even looking at Hendon Hooker.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, I
That
did.
was sweet, hey?
Yeah, it was good. Okay, let's just go.
Let's do it.
I'll continue. But when a QB gets, make note of the QBs as they go, because in my mind, I think there's 3 left.
There's Stetson Bennett, Clayton
Clayton Tune, and Aiden O'Connell.
Those are like the
And
Aiden O'Connell.
Hayner or whatever the guy's name is on there too. He's
Hayner.
available still.
I think I saw Hayner go.
Really?
Hayner,
I think so. Or either we pulled him up and maybe I just read his name or something.
You read him there. Hayner's still available.
yeah,
Okay.
there was
Washington gone.
It's been a long. There's goes Scruggs. I like Juice. I just like
Scruggs
his
to
name.
148. Condre Coburn, another Texas defensive interior to the
Okay, Jaron
Packers.
Hall.
Jaron Hall at 150 to the
Commanders. Who he's never really. Haven't talked about him at all.
We haven't talked about him at all.
So we got 14 picks away to see if we are going to take a quarterback, and there's going to be quarterbacks. There's going to be some definitely decent quarterbacks left by the time we get there.
Unless it goes quarterback.
Yeah, just run on quarterbacks here.
Well, you got to think Giants probably not.
Not after that fucking deal they just made
Texans
with.
maybe.
Caillou Blue Kelly. I mean, that's a sweet name. 161 to the Texans.
Is
From
Mr.
Dallas.
Dugan going? Mr. Dugan is going, right?
No,
Max.
they're
He's still-
they're thinking he's going undrafted, possibly.
Well, we're gonna get a pick here.
You're gonna have all the choices here.
You're gonna get a pick here.
All right.
Okay, bring up the quarterbacks.
Let's
He
see
doesn't
the
want to look at
QBs.
anything else.
There they are.
I
Hear
mean,
about none.
Everything. I mean everything after
The normal top,
Yeah,
the normal
yeah.
top like 4 or 5 or 6, whatever it is.
All right. What do you guys think about DTR? Like honestly, you guys.
Adam loves him.
Barry. I've already just the fact that DTR's name's there. I'm 100% right at midnight right now. I'm rock hard.
But what is the reason? What is selling you about DTR?
I'd watched a highlight video at
No,
like a good time. He had eaten just enough weed. He was feeling good. He watched DTR's highlight, and that's Adam. Adam's in now.
All of that true, but the reason that I really like DTR, I think not only does he have the athleticism, I think he can move the ball when needed. I think the flexibility of his play is different than what we've seen from like Dak Prescott. I think just the fact that he can be a mobile quarterback when needed, but at the end
More
of
of
the
an
day,
athlete.
more of an athlete. That's that right there. More of an athlete is where I land on DTR.
the thing.
Until he has to read a defense.
You don't know that.
DTR has
at him.
exceptional athleticism.
Yes.
He's really good on his feet. The thing I think that he lacked in, and this might have been a mental thing more, is that there was a couple highlights where they were touchdown highlights, but he had underthrown the wide open receiver, and he himself wasn't pressured. So I think that's more mental than it is.
Yeah, because he can make that throw.
He could make the throw, but something was up there. So I believe that what he's missing or what he's weak at can be taught, and they can work with those tools.
Yep.
And the athleticism of him and what he can do on his feet, you can't teach that, and he already has that in him.
He
So
played from his first day on campus. This is the thing I like about DTR. And if you're going to go quarterback here at 169, he's there. To me, he is the pick. Like, he's a guy that at this point in the draft in the 5th round, if we get him, I'll be happy. So
Oh God.
I'd be happier with DTR than Toon, Bennett, or O'Connell, to be honest.
and
EJ,
Yeah.
EJ, well, let me hear from you, EJ.
Yeah, so my thing is I think that Hayner and Aiden O'Connell are the best people as far as career backup guys. They have the highest floor right now. I think that if you're going to go with somebody to mold into a QB for the future, you'd go Toon or DTR.
And
See,
on that,
yeah.
on that,
That's where I'm headed, because I like Tune. I've seen a lot of DTR because I'm a USC fan in the Pac-12, right? So I didn't like him because he was very elusive.
You didn't like
So-
him in a good way, or you didn't like
No,
him?
right. I didn't like him in a good way.
Yeah,
I didn't like him in a
exactly.
good way. So this is the thing. It's here's the question that we have as Cowboys fans, right? As an organization, because obviously we're in this draft room. Do we have the resources to be able to develop this quarterback? It's one thing to be able to have a quarterback that's talented, that has some potential, but do we have the quarterback coach? Do we have the resources that they need to be able to develop in the right way? Because if we don't, then it's a moot point, right? You're just taking a quarterback and then they're going to fizzle out because they're not going to reach their max potential in your system. So do we have the resources to be able to develop, whether it's a guy that needs a couple of seasons to be able to work, or a guy that can be able to just jump right in there and be a backup? So that's what's concerning me in regards to where we go, in regards to what quarterback we take.
I mean, if you look at Cooper Rush 3 or 4 years ago compared to the Cooper Rush that played last year, I got to believe there's at least some sort of good quarterback room going on with the Cowboys.
Right.
They took an undrafted free agent who came in and won football games. I'm not going to say won. He didn't lose the football games, which is good as a backup quarterback. So that in itself makes me believe that we do have a team that can nurture a young quarterback.
and can I also just add one of my favorite sayings of the day, another cherry to that cream pie that you've just made, Ant?
Sure. That's your favorite saying of the day? Sure, yeah. Add as many cherries as you want, dude.
We do have Cooper Rush. We have our backup quarterback. Let's look for something special, something that might be magical, and that might show up and be like, what do we have here? Exactly what happened to Dak Prescott. And
I agree.
So, yeah,
And that's I mean, Stephen White in the chat's bringing up a point that I was going to say. Not having the pressure to play right away is a huge plus. I think we make a major mistake on some of these like dime quarterbacks, and you put them right into the NFL, which going from
where they're
college
going against Aaron Donald.
Like, it's just so, like, look at, like, it's just a hard, you could take a really good quarterback that could have that time to progress, and all of a sudden you just ruin them. So I like DTR because I don't think he's going to be a backup. I think that when
he's taking Dak's job,
when Dak goes down,
You're such a Dak hater.
Dak will go down. If history has proven something, Dak right now is on some sort of like injury trajectory. So when Dak goes down, you have the option of Cooper Rush, who's a solid backup option, and then you have DTR. And I think it's that magic moment where you put your quarterback and your backup quarterback goes down, and DTR comes in, and then he never comes out. That's my Cinderella dream. Crack him if you got him.
I want us. I love every time we take DTR because I can't wait to watch Ad's face when another team takes him. It's gonna be like it's gonna be funny. I'm gonna laugh, and it's gonna be It's gonna be funny because I can tell how jacked up he is about this player that I just can't wait to have my camera out. I'm just gonna be holding it.
Well, listen, Adam has sold me. I like what EJ said in regards to, Tune. Tune is definitely a good player. I've seen him play, man. He's poised. He's very poised, and that's what I'm looking for at the quarterback position. I'm not a big rah-rah fan for the athlete quarterback. I need IQ, right? IQ is something that is going to take you far in the NFL.
Yep.
But also too, the potential of a guy that is dynamic is really enticing, right? So if you don't have to rush him to develop, I think the guy that has the dynamic ability is more enticing than the guy that has the IQ.
Yeah, look at how fucking boring Clayton Tune looks. Like, he looks like he's gonna sell you car insurance in like the next 6 years after he doesn't play a fucking.
Hey, that's not a bad job. I mean,
I'm just saying, after going from the NFL and him not playing anything, he's great. He's would get you a good coverage.
Listen, for all our car salesmen out there, all right,
love you.
please don't take that offensive, all right?
No, not at all. I'm just saying.
Look at these
He's
backpedaling.
reliable. He's reliable. I would definitely buy the extra coverage and warranty
And
off.
what
him.
is that? And what is that haircut? Is that like a swoosh dude?
That's a
Like what is
swoosh.
that?
It's your average white guy's haircut. Like
Nice
that's
teeth though. Great teeth.
like
Great teeth.
Yeah, Clayton Tune. He's like your perfect. He's your starter character in a game.
Dude.
Okay, we got to make a pick here, guys. Who
Yeah.
we going?
All right,
Tune or
let's-
DTR.
Let's go DTR, man.
Yeah, Adam
Very
feels like
good.
the one.
Yes.
Let's go
Barry
DTR.
Grant just sent Tune to buy his own car lot. Tune Chevrolet, get tuned up.
I want to see where Tune lands now.
go
This is-
go tune up his own car. That's what
Yeah,
he's
tune
doing.
it up, baby.
Yep.
Oh, that would be a good name though. Time to tune it up.
Hey, hey, DTR, welcome to
Welcome
the
to
team.
the team.
Welcome
to the team.
Yeah, for the second
Ooh,
time.
Nashawn Wright's brother right off there.
Oh, is that his bro?
Yeah, Rajon.
CB also.
Did you just make that up, or is that for
I
real?
like that name.
No, that's a fact.
Okay.
So we got 244, but we got to watch. I want to see where. Oh, Aiden O'Connell off the board. This is where
where Clayton, I'll sell you coverage tune goes.
Yeah, I feel like in the real draft at this point, it's going to be a lot of. I mean, there's a lot of guys that you've just never heard of, or that we've never heard of, because one, we only
I
did
think-
5-round mocks.
There he goes.
There he
Clayton Tune to the
goes.
pass.
I think in the real draft that Clayton Tune, Aiden O'Connell, those guys are going to go 4th round.
They're gonna get
yeah.
because teams that need quarterbacks or want to take a chance, you're better off. I agree. They don't really take that into account on
Damn it.
PFF. I find
Actually,
Bryce
hey,
Ford Wheaton just went at 186.
oh hey,
Yeah.
while we have 52 picks to go, who like there all the talk about Will Levis going number 1. Like, what do you guys
Not
think
happening.
about that?
You know what it is? There's always a player every draft season that like wows everybody to the point where they believe that they're gonna just shoot up the board. Will Levis is good. He has a great arm, but great arms don't make great quarterbacks all the time. Like they get so caught up in this combine shit.
Yep.
And that's what bothers me about a lot of guys that get passed over that are better because they don't have the arm strength. You can develop arm strength in the NFL.
Mhm.
That's the thing. Like it's not about like you have to be ready. Like I'm with Adam in regards to what he said earlier that it's taboo now to sit a young quarterback. Sit them. Let them sit, let them develop, let them go ahead and learn. And then when they're ready to get in there, they're ready to go. They're not hesitating. They understand the playbook. They understand the nuances of the offense. They understand the nuances of the defense. Let them sit.
Yeah.
So this is the thing with me. I like Will Levis, but I don't think that he's this can't miss prospect where everybody has to take him because we heard that was Trey Lance. How has that worked out?
Yeah.
Hey, look.
I think that for me, I'm a little bit higher on Will Levis than most. I just think that at Kentucky, he was surrounded by a terrible offensive line, bad wide receiver core, and I think that one thing that needs to be said about him is that he's coming from a pro style offense. So
That matters.
If any of the guys are going to come in and be elite after Bryce Young right away, I think that Will Levis has the best chance.
And sorry, not to derail quickly, but just for any audio listeners, that is not a sound effect. That's just EJ's daughter. It just sounds like
Yeah.
it like
A
sounds
couple,
like
a couple times, it's played out perfect.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
someone has said something and it sounds like she's agreeing with it.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
Like, it's worked out perfect.
Listen, she is a great ad lib.
Yeah,
Oh,
totally.
I love it. I love it. I just don't want anyone to get confused there. Because at first I'm looking at Adam like, did you get new?
Well, I know at one
You get new
point,
sound bites?
at one point, I could tell you guys thought you each, or you thought Barry played a soundbite or something.
Yeah, we all.
All good though. That's how we roll on CanFan, baby. Let's go.
I did. We're pulling up on our picker, and before we jump into that,
yeah, our
do,
pick.
I do just want to
I mean,
say
I already got my pick. You can. I don't even. You can pick whoever you want.
Okay.
This is you.
maybe my pick will be that you let me finish my
Oh right.
damn
Sorry.
sentence before you jump all over it.
Don't cut off my friend. Don't do that.
Right. You guys are friends
No,
on this
that's-
podcast. That's fine.
Right,
On this
exactly.
one.
Yeah.
But look, I was gonna say the problem there with young QBs is it worked out for one team, whatever, 10 years ago, and now every team is like, oh, we got to get him in the game. ASAP.
Copycat league, baby.
Yeah.
Copycat
and,
league.
and they're not
planning, even know that the NFL is probably the best setup league in terms of how they have their salary cap and contract structures, in that it benefits both the players and the teams fairly evenly, because players have to technically play out contracts, because it gives the teams the ability to cut them at any point. So in that retrospect, perhaps it's a little unfair, but what it hopefully can stop doing, but teams don't do this, is that the quarterback, you're not really overlapping ever. You're kind of letting your starting quarterback's contract or time run out, and then drafting a quarterback to replace them immediately.
It's tricky to find that perfect time to take a quarterback, because you get the Aaron Rodgers thing where you take Jordan Love and it's like, oh fuck, maybe we sent the wrong message to our all-star quarterback, right? Like, that was a big deal when they drafted Jordan Love instead of getting Aaron Rodgers help. That's saying a pretty big fuck you to your quarterback.
It is, but it shouldn't be, because now they have 3 years of him working around one of the best quarterbacks in the history of the NFL, and whether you like the guy or not, right?
It's funny because it happened to Rodgers too, or Brett Favre and Rodgers.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a rinse and repeat almost situation.
Interesting.
Can we just check one thing before talking about quarterbacks? Can we go to those top 10 picks? And I just want to say between all of us, do we think those top quarterbacks are all going to start? Like, I mean, the first 5 picks of the whole draft.
Oh, okay.
Literally round 1.
Yeah, because after we do this pick,
it's our last pick. I just kind of want to see the names and if you guys think those guys are going to start from day one.
As AJ and Brandon 5 in TikTok saying Levis is another Paxton Lynch.
It's very possible.
Imagine we would have got Paxton Lynch. Damn, I'm so glad that didn't happen.
or what's the other guy? Manziel.
Manziel. We dodged bullets with those 2 picks, man. I'm telling you. Okay, so we got the first out of the first 10 picks, 1, 2, 3, 4 quarterbacks taken in the top 10.
I would say this: Bryce Young is going to start in Carolina.
Yep.
CJ Stroud
should start.
Going to start,
but he has a better chance in Houston to maybe not start. They do have because
they have a younger QB.
They have a younger QB still on his rookie contract. So
but if they're going to spend the second round pick on him,
there's going to be it's a quarterback competition. The best guy's going to win. I mean, you're investing in a quarterback, and this is the thing though that we talked about.
Yeah, I know. We just
should you force him in? I don't know. At 2, you're expecting him to play.
Here's where it would make sense: is only if you feel like we got a short window.
Yeah.
Does anyone here believe the Texans in the next 2 or 3 years is going to be a legitimate contender? Perhaps they'll make it to the playoffs. So
depends.
I mean, the Penn, they've made some free agent acquisitions that tell you that they're trying to be competitive now, but also they have room to kind of improve in certain areas, right?
Well,
so it's a kind of happy medium, because they got Schultz, they got a whole bunch of our guys, so they have some veterans there that you can see that they're trying to be competitive, but they're also saying, hey, listen, we go get the young quarterback. We have these pieces here that we can be able to be patient and allow the quarterback to develop as well. So it's a mixed message.
Yeah, and you got to give these picks, give them a max of 5 years, right?
Yeah. Well, no, not even quarterbacks. I wouldn't say
3
years.
No,
they get 3. Yeah,
the team
maybe
the team has a 5-year window if they choose to.
Oh, right, you're
to do it.
Okay,
That's what I mean.
I would say out of these 4 quarterbacks, the guy that's probably has the best chance to succeed,
CJ.
To me, I'm just saying team wise, I think Anthony Richardson. I think he's probably going into the best chance of possibly
you're right.
Yeah,
the Raiders team as a whole, I feel, is better than any of those other teams. He's got Jimmy Garoppolo ahead of him, so I don't think he's going to have the pressure of saving the franchise right away.
I think he's so overrated.
Do you?
He's one of those players that just jumps up this board because his combine number this is the thing that kills me about quarterback play, right? Believe what you see.
Right.
And all of these combine numbers, the cone drills and the 40 time doesn't apply. I want somebody who can be able to spin it. And if you can't spin it in college, guess what's going to happen in the NFL 9 times out of 10? You're going to have some difference in the rule. You're going to have some cogs in the wheel, like a guy like Jalen Hurts. He wasn't accurate in college. Then he worked on his game. That's great.
Right.
But 9 times out of 10, if guys are not accurate in college, they tend to not be accurate in the NFL. So what makes everybody think that he's going to be able to spin it in the NFL when he hasn't shown you in the SEC that he can spin it? The SEC is pretty much NFL ready, right?
Yep.
It's an NFL showcase of the talent that they have there. And if a guy can't spin it there, it's a problem. It's a problem.
And I don't know. I never have even looked at a fucking single thing of tape on Anthony Richardson. But that's the thing, Barry, that I really want to try to improve on personally is understanding the weight of the team that the player is playing on and how that affects
in college.
their stats.
You know what it is? You know what it is, AJ? It's not mostly the team, it's the conference.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I mean. Like, but if they play on a team, it's in the that's how I would probably sum it up easier is like I'll group teams together and then memorize those teams. That's how I
right, because the one thing
year,
that you can see that he's tough, right? Yeah. So he played in a tough conference. So that's going to prepare him for the NFL. Obviously, we don't know his heart. We don't know his head. We don't understand what his work ethic is going to be at the next level. So, he can be able to go ahead and impress us and be this otherworldly quarterback at the next level.
Yep.
But you've seen enough game tape to be able to say, I have concerns, right? Like Cam Newton was a talented otherworldly quarterback in college. However, he showed you concerns about being able to spin it. What happened in the NFL? He shows you the same thing, is that his freakish athletic ability, his power, his ability to run, his ability to overpower everybody was so great that it allowed him to win an MVP, but he still couldn't spin it. So that's the problem, is that sometimes you got to just look at it, because when I think about Tom Brady, right, I always go back to Tom Brady. Tom Brady split time with Drew Henson at Michigan, right? He split time.
Yep.
Every time that Tom Brady played, you saw the toughness in that kid. He would stay in the pocket, take big hits, deliver big passes, but guess what? He wasn't impressive enough to earn the job, because they always say that if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks, right? That's what Michigan did. And that's why he dropped in the combine or dropped in the draft, because he's on a team with another quarterback that he shared time with. If he was the sole guy, I guarantee Tom Brady would have got drafted way earlier than the 6th round. So this is the thing. It's like you have to just look at what's in front of you. If a guy can be able to spin it, he can spin it in the NFL. Throwing is throwing. Doesn't matter but the competition matters, right? Zach Wilson, he played in a weak conference, but when he played against tough competition, he folded. What are you seeing in the NFL? That's what you're seeing in the NFL. So teams have to understand that.
Stephen White's asking you, Barry, what Florida receivers besides Shorter ranked in the 7th round? He had no targets, maybe. So the question, with Richardson, exactly kind of what you're talking about, Barry. Obviously, maybe he can't spin it. I don't think Richardson in Vegas is like a good team for his play style.
It's not a good fit.
It's not a good fit
for his development. Yes,
but I'm like, I out of all the quarterbacks, I was like, ooh, Richardson, because he has that kind of.
He's probably not going to start at first.
Yeah.
Garoppolo's probably going to start. They have the best wide receiver in the NFL. They have a great running back. They're probably going to get some offensive line help later on in the draft. I'm just saying.
And you got McDaniels. Let's take
the quarterback's name out of it. Anthony Richardson. Whatever quarterback goes to the Raiders probably will have the best chance as if he gets into onto the field.
And you know that he'll start at some point that season because Garoppolo's going to go down.
Here. I mean,
so he's going to go down because he's going to be in the brothel house dealing with what he got to deal with.
Oh yeah, that's gorgeous, man. Jesus.
Yeah, go ahead, EJ.
Sorry, I just been waiting to get my thoughts out a little bit.
Absolutely.
My thing with the Texans is they could definitely compete here later because they play in the weak division with the Titans, the Colts, and the Jags. So if they get the quarterback right, they could definitely compete. I would like to see Will Levis and Anthony Richardson flipped because the Colts have the guy that made Jalen Hurts right now as their coach. McDaniels is there in Las Vegas, which I think he's going to work better with a pocket passer, and especially Will Levis. He's a guy that can take hits. He has that toughness. Anthony Richardson, I think that you could put him in there and utilize his skill set as far as his legs. He actually probably should have ran a little bit more in college. And like I think it was Steve who brought that up in the comments. He didn't have any wide receivers at Florida, and that's kind of an outlier for a lot of these quarterbacks. Is you see CJ Stroud, he had probably the best weapons out of all 4 top quarterbacks, and that doesn't get talked about enough. I personally think that Will Levis and Anthony Richardson, if you threw them on Ohio State, would be the consensus top 2 quarterback in this draft, just because of the weapons. They had a great line. Everything there in Ohio State was perfect. But yeah, I just would like to see those 2 flipped. As far as who I think in this scenario would start, Will Levis would start for Indy, CJ Stroud obviously for the Texans, and Bryce Young for the Panthers. Automatic starts.
Yep.
Before we move on to Alex's pick, since Barry and my pick was perfect.
I see you fucking.
He
Did you
flipped.
just Shawn Michaels me through that?
I
flipped.
fucking just Marty Jannetty.
He Marty Jannetty you?
I fucking Marty Jannetty you through the fucking butcher's window. Brandon 5 wants to know what team Stetson Bennett went to in the draft.
Fuck, I even saw him. He went 7th round.
Yeah,
'Cause
he went to
I noticed him.
Oh,
Yeah,
right there.
he is. Chicago.
Chicago.
That's actually that's not a bad fit for him as
Not in
a
the 7th.
backup.
Yeah, in the 7th round too. Like,
but don't you think that like Stetson being okay, obviously, but the way
I just
Justin
think
Fields.
if he hits the 7th round, you kind of take him.
Especially to back him.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not,
But the thought, like, look at my question for the guys before we get off this quarterback conversation.
hey, man, it's a big deal.
Chicago should be kind of catering a little bit towards what the Eagles have done and kind of start creating their offensive system around Justin Fields. Justin Fields has that explosive speed.
Dude,
Stetson won't be able to do that. They'll need to draft someone who can actually have some legs. Sorry, Alex.
no, I'm just gonna say, look at what the
So this PFF was just
what
way
the Bears
too
have brought in this season for.
They got Mapletron last year.
I'm actually just delaying so I can pull up our cowboyscanfan.com/blog that has these notes here for me.
Humble
So they brought in
Shameless
DJ.
plug.
They brought in
That's definitely
the Bears have brought in DJ Moore, Chase Claypool,
Mapletron.
Robert Tonyan, and Darnell Mooney should be healthy. So they've significantly upgraded the
Their
weapons
receiving core, yeah.
available for him. He has a passing issue,
Yep.
but
Well,
Hence why a guy like Stetson Bennett would be good, because he can be able to go in there and be a great backup, to be able to understand that system, learn it quickly, and be able to facilitate to those offensive weapons there. So that actually works, because you don't necessarily want 2 of the same type of quarterback as your 1 and 2.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You want
Yes.
them to be fairly different, right?
Well, here's where I think I think you want your backup to come in and just be vanilla to not lose the game.
you want him to look like this plain redheaded guy and just get him in there.
Are you
and get
talking
him,
about Andy Dalton? Or are you
No.
talking about
and
Cooper Rush?
you need to get in there.
Don't talk about Andy.
But again, we're talking 7th round. We're talking 7th round
Yeah,
here.
you swing at it.
And
Okay,
you
we
just-
gotta get it. We gotta get it.
Oh, yeah,
Speaking
we're
of 7th
fi-
rounds.
Here's our
AJ's. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'll
Hey, we've been having a good
pick with
time.
you.
we have been
I'll pick with you.
I don't
7th
mind if you
round.
don't. You know, Daddy. Daddy's gonna make the decision anywhere there anyway.
It's just like Stephen Jones to just hop to the next person. I mean, my pick jumping with Barry on that one was more of a Jerry Jones move than a Stephen Jones move.
I think what we're looking at here is, let's just add some O-line depth. Brett Nealon, Jake Witt, or Jake Andrews? Tackles and centers.
Yeah, I mean, to me,
That's what I'm thinking.
We never make it this far.
yeah, we never make it this far. We're in well, we did last week, but we're in uncharted territory.
Oh, yeah, I
Let's
don't
see
know any of these
Let's see his
guys.
size here.
The other only pick is, of course,
I don't like that he.
We go
I
Moody.
don't like that he was
Oh,
ranked
yeah.
79.7 and then went all the way down to 71.73.
Jake Moody's not a bad pick at 244.
Let's see it.
I mean, he's
I mean,
317. We would definitely get ranked. If we're going for the ranking score, Jake Moody's not the pick. But
no. But before we make a
Kicker?
decision,
Who you checking that? Jake
want-
Moody. You just want to see that mustache for one last go.
I want to try to convince people.
He looks like you're gonna you met somewhere to fence him, you know, to go have fencing classes against this dude.
So
he
Barry-
looks like
so-
he should have a Captain Hook wig on.
yeah, so
He has a Vince McMahon mustache.
Yeah.
we've
yeah.
drafted Jake Moody before. We need a kicker, so it's not a bad pull. And
He's
he
the best
definitely looks
kicker.
like the guy who would kick the shit out of Clayton Tune at the insurance spot.
This is just all I'm saying is let's check off kicker, and we might
Yep.
have ourselves a fucking.
Someone for the next 10 years. Hey, you sold me,
Yeah.
Jerry.
Yep. And
Thank you.
and we're fulfilling our having to draft a Michigan Wolverine.
Any other
It's just kind of just
options there?
throwing a needle at.
I mean, do it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, so
We're pretty
the
damn deep.
Jake Witt, I actually know this guy in person. I worked at McDonald's with him. I'm just
really?
I'm just messing around.
Oh, shit.
I was gonna say, draft that
Because it
motherfucker.
doesn't look like he exists, EJ.
Draft him because he does.
He's a
he
creative
looks,
player, bro.
He looks like
Yeah.
a creative player. And then we said, hey, look, let us get him on the phone for draft day. You know.
That was good. Your. I know.
I know. Yeah,
I
he
know.
totally did.
It was a good joke.
No,
It was.
she's saying draft Jake Moody. That's
Oh, she was.
exactly what she just said.
I heard like and subscribe.
EJ, I love the deadpan delivery. Don't ever lose that. Let's bring Jake Moody on the team and wrap this draft up. Welcome to the team.
Welcome to the and hey, just like that, that will be the last draft pick we
That's it.
take
Fucking
in
put your-
2023 on PFF. That's it. Jake
Thank-
Moody was the last pick for the Can Fan and crew.
Yeah.
Listen, you guys have done a great job over these weeks doing mock drafts, man. Shouts to y'all. Y'all put in a lot of work, man. So, you should definitely look at this as an accomplishment, as an achievement. So, shouts to y'all.
Hey,
Appreciate it.
Barry.
Appreciate it, Barry. And I already know next year, boys, it's learning conferences and teams and putting weight
So the main thing with
behind
the
these names.
I'll say the one thing to you, AJ. The main thing with the conferences, it's basically based on the states. So SEC is basically like
I know. I just need to know. I just need to understand the teams
Yeah.
and how they're grouped, and then and I know that's super
You always-
easy.
the big ones are like there's a couple big conferences. We'll start with that.
Give me a great highlight reel, and I don't give a fuck
Hey.
on the conferences.
B plus.
Yeah, start with the Power Fives, bro.
Go-
That's
go
all
with
you
the
gotta
Lord.
do.
Oh, weird. There's only one A plus on the board.
Only one A plus, but we ended with the B plus. Let's look at this though. Let's look at this. We got in round one, Cansey,
Yep.
defensive interior, and that's a steal because he dropped significantly, like almost 10 picks, I think, or over 10 picks.
I like our second. I like our second.
Don't be surprised if Cansey actually does fall because he does have shorter arms.
He's short.
He's not the
T-Rex arms, eh?
prototypical 3-tech. Let's just say that.
Sure, and then Anthony, do you want to roll through?
Yeah,
this?
so we got Steve Avila at guard for 47. We did make a trade. The Cowboys, also known as the Can Fan War Room, got the second round 47th pick. We got rid of Boss Man
We
Fat.
trimmed some fat,
We
baby.
got rid of Boss Man Fat and gave up our round 258 and our round 6 212. Next, we went halfback at round 390 with another Texas running back, not the one we originally wanted to trade for, but
Happy
we got
to have him though.
but we got Rojo too.
Ross Joe.
Ross Joe too, C plus, not bad. AJ's favorite player on the board, round 4, tight end 129, Zach Kuntz, D plus.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like
I
his
don't know.
size. I like his size. Now you got Ad and Barry's pick of the night, DTR.
second best pick of the.
You know what?
draft.
I don't hate DTR at
No,
round 5.
that's solid.
I
Very,
it's a
very
steal.
don't hate
solid.
it. I don't hate
I
it.
think DTR, if someone picks him in round 4, it's going to be a good pick. If you get him in round 5, it's a steal.
And then last but not least, the mustache man himself, Jake Moody, kicker from Michigan,
Hey.
round 7, 244 to round out the draft.
They rank this low because they don't consider kicker a need. Just remember, kickers put up to 150 points, points a season on the board. So,
and how
you
stressful.
want someone who can do that.
How stressful did we have in 2021 watching Greg the fucking leg every kick, and you're like, you're happy if he made it.
My
and then
God.
flip it to
Yes.
having that Cloud9 adulation when we're at the Vikings game and we see Money Mayor down 2 fucking 60-yarders.
Yep.
And then get to re-stress over him missing 5 fucking kicks in a row
Yeah.
in playoffs. Like,
Yeah, that was crazy.
yeah, kickers are important. Draft Jake Moody. He has
had
a mustache.
had
He's
the
a great
whip.
fit.
What do you guys think? Looking at the positions that we took, did we miss on anything? We as a group have not drafted wide receivers. Do you guys think that's a miss? Do you think that's important that we missed on wide receiver again?
I think wide receiver is an added luxury at this point for the Cowboys. I think
Yes.
the room that we have right now on the team currently is good. If you can, all of this, like if we don't draft a wide receiver, we're banking on guys like Jalen Tolbert to be able to take a step up, right? Actually show you something
For sure.
and have some productivity this year. So I don't necessarily believe that we missed on anything. Obviously, if there's a BPA at wide receiver, then you take it, right?
Yep.
But if it's not there, I don't think that you should reach for it if you're the Cowboys, right? I think you're gonna see that from Will McClay tomorrow. That if they're not gonna reach for anybody. If it's not something that is gonna be able to help them, whether in the short term or the long term, you're not gonna see a reach because they never do that with players. Like it's always one of those things where we question it, we question the pick, and then 2 years or 3 years down the line, you're like, you know what, that's a good fucking pick. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's just one of those things where it's the only time that I never question the Cowboys is on draft day. I just don't. I question them in free agency. I question them in regards to certain moves that they'll make in 2-minute drills and things like that. And the quarterback play, yes, I will question that. When it comes to draft time, I don't question the Cowboys. So I think what we did is very solid. What you guys did over the last, 8 weeks has been solid. So shouts to y'all.
Appreciate.
Thanks, Barry.
Yeah. So my analysis of this is it's a little unfitting for what the Cowboys typically do. I think day 3 is known more as the scouts day of the draft. What are they looking for is guys that'll come in and play special teams. Those positions are typically corner, wide receiver, linebacker.
Yep.
Didn't take any of those positions. So might not be the most realistic thing, but these are the guys that we felt good about. I like Kuntz as a player that can get right in there with the clone zone and
Yes, sir.
get mixed in there. Roshan Johnson, I think he fits a need with the being able to pass block. Avila, plug and play guard. Cansey is going to rotate with Osa, and Jake Moody, you got your kicker and your backup QB in DTR. So I like the draft, especially those first 3 picks. I really liked.
And here's the thing I want to float out there too, and I have done none research in this. And I'm not gonna, but I will actually look into this. But I'm curious as to what the potential wide receiver or cornerback post-draft trade or availability will be to fill those roles that we're looking for. We're looking for a 4th wide receiver. We should be able to find that, I think. And cornerback, are we looking for? What are we looking for? Really, a 3rd, which I think is in.
I'd say almost. I'd almost say 5th, to be honest.
Sure. Okay.
4th, if you're. It all depends how you're going. Are you going actual outside cornerback, or are you going slot corner?
3rd at best.
Yeah, third outside
Third at
corner.
best, yeah.
3rd at best. But that's not the need in the draft. And look, if we can go as deep as 5, then yeah, that's certainly going to be covered if it's still a need post-draft. So that's why I'm not super concerned about not having a wide receiver or cornerback, although I do understand and wouldn't be upset if the Cowboys went ahead and did that. I like the draft. The DI covering the center of the field. We'll see what Cansey can do. But sometimes those kind of technical traits or what you're looking for in the physical body, technically, doesn't really matter when the player's out there on the field. So let's hope that that's that position. We covered guard, halfback. I think Roshan has an opportunity to actually, or never had the opportunity to be who he truly is. And so let's bank on that he's going to actually explode in the NFL.
AJ, you make a good point. Bijan, if you compare him to, a all-timer, you could point to the Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray situation with Roshan, stuck behind that guy and didn't really get to show exactly what he had. I think that Murray was a freshman when All Day was there, but I'm interested to see what Roshan can do if he ever gets the opportunity to be the lead back.
And he's not going to have the pressure of Bijan. Like Bijan's coming out and he's got to produce right away, right? He's going to have to. If Roshan was on the Cowboys, well, you got Tony Pollard, who's a proven runner in the NFL, right? And now this guy gets a chance to learn from a couple guys in the backfield. So.
And then we get Rojo. Sorry, to finalize up the tight end QB kicker. They might not be what some people think are the priority need, but they are needs, and we get to check them off.
Yep. I'm excited to see where DeAndre Hopkins lands because I think he's going to get traded tomorrow.
I'm hearing
really?
Chiefs or Bills.
Oh, could you imagine either of those teams?
Oh, really?
Either of those teams,
Chiefs or Bills?
That'd be wild.
I mean, Chiefs makes a lot of sense.
Well, I think
quarterback will actually be able to see him.
I think Bills makes more sense because Chiefs are there. They've won.
Yeah, but they don't have a number one though.
Exactly.
They get D-Hop, it's over.
Absolutely, but I'm just saying that if the trade is right, then absolutely it'll make sense. But if they're asking for a lot, I just think that the Bills are more thirsty. They have more to prove. They made the mistakes in the playoffs. And they have, quote unquote, Allen, who I'm not knocking, but he gets a lot of fucking praise, right? Like he gets almost too much praise for how he performs on the field. They have.
Well, I think for the Bills, AJ, the thing is with them is that they're not missing at wide receiver. Yeah. They have skill positions on the outside. They have struggled to find a competent running back. So they need to be in the running back situation rather than trying to go top heavy with D-Hop because you can go get D-Hop. You can have Gabe Davis. You can have Diggs. That's great. Dawson Knox. You can have these guys. If you can't run the ball, those guys become obsolete because they're not, it's going to be easier to key in on those guys.
Imagine they take Bijan.
It'd still be fucking terrifying if D-Hop went to the Bills.
Yes, very true.
I don't think, I think you're right, but I'm just saying in terms of I think in thirst level, if I can use that, I think
in regards to urgency, I get you.
I think the Bills would be more thirsty to try to go out and bring him to the team. But I could be sip. I just I feel like even though I feel like the Kansas City Chiefs are like, we're okay with running this kind of B or B- caliber wide receiver down. I think they treat Kelsey really highly and can kind of consider him their number one. But
getting a D-Hop.
If he ends up there, it's fucking lights out.
Let him go to the AFC. Let him go there. Let him go there. I'd rather him go to the AFC than someone in the NFC.
Just imagine Pat Mahomes walking through like fucking Kenny Powers saying, "Y'all need to get me a motherfucking receiver out here." Goddammit.
Listen, the fact that you can have D-Hop and you can literally close your eyes, drop back, and just throw it somewhere, and he's gonna come down and catch it. His catch radius is ridiculous. Yeah. There's nobody in the NFL that has a great catch radius like D-Hop, other than maybe Devontae Adams or Cooper Kupp, those guys. But this guy is he's quarterback proof. It doesn't matter who's back there, he's gonna catch the ball. So you don't want to put him with a guy like Pat Mahomes, man. It's ridiculous. When I seen the report come out, I just shook my head like, why can't we just, let's just go get D-Hop and let's just be ignorant. Just go get D-Hop and have the best wide receiver core on planet Earth
In the history of the NFL.
Yeah. I don't like it.
Yep.
I would like to see D-Hop in New York, to be honest with you, with the Jets. Just saying.
That'd be crazy.
Oh, shit.
They just cleared up like $50 million in cap. If they get a guy like D-Hop, I'm telling you, right now, I'm picking the Jets over the Bills anyway.
Well, Rodgers might be coming in saying, hey.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, look at now that deal's gone through,
Yeah.
and you already relinquished some of your draft picks. Maybe that is the move, and they come in and they fucking slide in a D-Hop. That'd be a deadly combo.
Yep. D-Hop, Garrett Wilson. Woo.
Yep.
Oh, D-Hop, Zach Wilson. Whoo. Okay, guys. So tomorrow, what time are we going live, guys? We're going to be going live about an hour before the draft. You feeling it?
3:30, 4 o'clock.
Well, I think 4:30, a half hour before the draft kicks off.
Pacific Standard
Time, 4:30 p.m. Draft kicks off at 5, but we got a long way to the first.
We got a long way.
So.
Hey, guys, appreciate having you on. Barry Grant, where can people find you?
All Even Podcast on YouTube, All Even Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Like I say on my show, I'm all over the place. So you can definitely hear, whether it be audio streams on YouTube, catch me on Your Guy show from time to time.
Yes,
so
sir.
Definitely check that out. I do a lot of stuff, a lot of funny things on my show. I have a lot of hot takes. I don't really give a shit what people think about what I say. I bring the truth. I'm a truth teller. That's what I say. I'm a truth teller.
He's a truth teller. EJ Savage, where can people find you, my man?
Yeah, just Boys in the Zone on Twitter. Go ahead and follow me there, and just try to give no BS takes on Cowboys. So.
Okay, well, we appreciate having you guys on. We'll be back tomorrow, like AJ said, 30 minutes before the draft. It's going to be a good long night. I can't wait.
It's going to be a long 3 days.
Long 3 days. We're going to be live streaming all 3 days, baby. Bandwagon Boys, I will see you guys in less than 24 hours.
That's right.
For the Bandwagon Boys over there and your host, Ad Best over here. Tomorrow's draft day, baby, and I'm jacked the fuck up.
Let's go.
Peace. Thanks for joining us.
Man, I didn't realize that my kid was like